So I am gonna probably do another video shortly. I have to go into my tools and pick up a couple items. But I am going to show how to properly make maximum contact on rims. However, I will pre-warn you in this video and in that video that basically when it comes down to doing what I'm about to do, you can no longer ride in the rain. And if you do, you better dry the fuck out of your bike when you get home. Because what I'm about to do is basically sand off everything on the brake contact areas of the rim and put a slit going like not parallel with the pad, but basically every single time the pad is hitting the contact point of the rim, it's hitting a new rise from me slitting it out with sandpaper. Trials guys have been doing this for years. I used to do it when I was younger. The only problem though is you get oxidation. So even if you're riding in dry days, there's still moisture in the air. So theoretically, it's raw aluminum. So you pretty much have to clean the shit out of these things constantly with Simple Green, which is no big deal. You're going to clean your bike anyways, right? If you don't, you're a douchebag. Or Windex, whatever. But Simple Green is the shit. It makes the house smell great. And you can do it inside your house. Because it doesn't take that much water to actually, wipe it off. But basically doing what I'm about to do should increase braking by about 50%. No lie. I mean, you could have pussy fingers and basically do full-blown lockups with shitty pads. It hasn't stopped snowing since I did the bike build. I mean, there was a couple days there after the bike build that it didn't snow, and I did take it out to a couple of the parks in the area. Yeah, a couple parks, because Northwest, motherfucker, we got a shit ton of parks around here. Big bowls, little bowls, scooter parks. So if you're into tail whipping kids on your bike, Northwest, oh yeah, especially them scooter kids. Yeah, they deserve a back peg and a fucking tire to get, being on that damn skate park, fucking running bullshit ass lines. I mean, look, it's not a roller skating rink. You don't just scooter around and, you could do that in your fucking driveway. Why is mom and dad driving you to the skate park if you're just going to do that same bullshit at the skate park and fuck up everybody's line? And nobody fucking says anything. I mean, I get it. You want to fucking do that little fucking pogo out of the fucking bowl or jump off the box and then do like 50,000 fucking, whips with the fucking stupid scooter and not land it. Or basically ninja chop your fucking shin with your shitty ass fucking whatever. Dude, those things are expensive. There was a guy that posted up one for sale on one of the Facebook BMX groups, and they're like $280 for a shitty ass aluminum scooter with a fucking rollerblade tires on it. It's like, what? Who the fuck is paying that? I mean, dude, for that kind of money, you could actually buy a halfway decent entry-level kink. And, it's a kink, so it's, entry-level kink is basically, it's not going to have sealed ball bearings or anything, but it's still a pretty much like a lightweight tank. I gotta sneeze. So, in the grand scheme of things, still waiting on, Alright, I think it went away. Okay, so I don't gotta sneeze anymore. I am waiting on funds to come in, And as soon as the funds come in, then I'm going to be basically ordering in some parts for the next build. And then when funds come in after them funds, then I'm going to be like looking for a new Trek Subvert. I'm obviously going to have to send it out for powder coat. I don't really care. But it's going to be a heavy frame for obvious reasons. I need a heavy frame for the big half pipe. The bike I got right now is 30.1 pounds. Most of you young guys are like, wow, that's a heavy bike. They're like, It might be, it might actually be in the good spectrum, though. It's heavy, but it's light. So it might be whippable, and it might be flyable, but I really like stable bikes. And that's the one thing that basically heavy bikes have that light bikes don't, is air flight stability. Especially if they have 48s on them. That rotating mass of those 48s, you basically got two tops on your fucking bike. I mean, it ain't gonna fucking lap over in the air. Yes, it's harder to do tricks on heavier bikes. Hence the reason why the newer tricks are way more technical than us old guys could do back in the day. But if you really do go into full send mode with a heavy bike, you can do some weird shit. I mean, Dave Mura did a fucking double backflip on a 42-pound bike. Nobody ever talks about the weight of that bike. Matt Hoffman did his mega air back in fucking like decades ago. That was like fucking almost 50 pounds, if not more than 50 pounds. That was a heavy bike. You know why? Stability. But you know, you can't you can't do massive airs on a 25, 27 pound bike. It doesn't work. I mean, take any object. If it's heavy on the top and light on the bottom and you put it up in the air, what is it going to do? Flip over. And us human beings have these things in our ears that basically create balance. So you'd be basically counteracting that the whole fucking time. It wouldn't be a comfortable ride. And then on top of that, you guys don't like running brakes. And for some dumbass reason, since 2004, you guys have been having this fucking goddamn mindset to put fucking coasters on your fucking, your park bikes. And it's like, what? Why would you do that? Do you understand how the free coaster is built? Bearing, big ass space, other side of the axle. So, think about that. Why do you think the V1 Odysseys were exploding? Free coasters always were designed for flatland. They weren't designed to be just beat the shit all the time because of the fact that basically there is no structural like components inside there to actually carry the ball bearings and make sure that basically the insides of the hub don't do this over the axle. And the key element that's not protected by any fucking ball bearings is the goddamn clutch of the fucking whole thing. Hence, that's the piece that always explodes, especially in the V1s. But it's just silliness. I mean, us old guys, we basically went on with our lives. Some of us still rode a little bit here and there. I did. I mean, not as aggressive. I had things to lose if I fucking got fucked up. But now I'm in that later date where basically everything around me is just basically, you know, it's on autopilot. So if I want to go riding again, I can go riding again. If I got to go into a hospital for fucking like 3 months of recovery from fucking some fucked up injury that I get riding hard, I can do it. Not say I'm going to love the recovery after about 7 years when the arthritis actually starts kicking in and all the extra stretching I have to do every single day for ligament, destruction. But I can do it. It's just, we come back and you guys just fucked up the house. There's so much bullshit going on. I mean, we had fads back in the day. You know what our fads were? Anti-fad. A really, really cool bike back in like 98 to about 2005 was a fucking rust bucket. Yeah. Like, you when you went out and park ride, or when you were riding street, and you saw a bike roll up, no label, all fucking rusted to shit, I can guarantee you that cat's got $1,500 to $2,000 into that rig. But it looks like shit. Now you got these goddamn idiots that go out and buy, like, what is it, salt? I mean, have you been on fucking, like, Marketplace and actually look at these idiots that are fucking putting together these hobby bikes? Then they're selling them for, like, astronomical prices, like, all salt products. Be like, bitch, salt rims cost $20. Rims cost $20 fucking dollars. I don't think Sun has offered a fucking rim for less than $45 since, like, I don't know, 2002. Your salt products suck. And then you got all of the companies that basically have 6-year-old products, and they're like, fuck, they're not selling. So they send them back to the fucking manufacturer, they get sandblasted, and then basically they fucking jet fuel the shit out of them and call them limited edition. Fads. It's just, it baffles me that you younger guys will basically, like, buy into this shit. Dude, like, half of the parts you're putting on your bike is a parts apart. There is no difference between I was going to say a Can Creek, but that would be a headset, and a fucking Chris King headset anymore. Like, integrated headsets, sealed systems, they're all the same. The only thing that's different is what color they're making them. And if they're coming with fucking the, I don't know, fucking goddamn, like, neck adapters and shit like that you don't have to put that many spacers on. Yeah, clean look. But, like, there's no technological difference anymore. You guys aren't running brakes, so it doesn't really fucking matter. I mean, the only thing that basically you guys could be doing on your bikes more often than basically anything is not focusing on fucking Rambo tires and you know, like, multicolored fucking goddamn grips and fucking pedals and shit, you know, to customize your black bike. But, you know, put a fucking titanium fucking axle shaft on your fucking crank. It's like, why? Why are you going out of your way to build these custom bikes, and meanwhile they're fucking total piles of shit? I mean, you didn't upgrade it. You didn't upgrade it. You made a $500 bike a $500 bike by throwing $1,000 of the parts at it. Like, yeah, but bro, it's got purple in it. Like, then you should have just bought a factory bike with purple parts on it. Like, the $550 fucking dollars for a factory made bike gets you a lot of fucking bike. If you want to go and spend $1,200 and build your own bike to build a $1,200 bike, you'll get a $1,200 bike. Not saying you're going to get $1,200 for it later on, because, again, there's those assholes that can't even do a fucking goddamn bar spin, building these $1,600 bikes, and then, like, a year and a half into riding, they put them up on Marketplace for, like, $750 or $500, and, you know, if I wanted to buy it, not saying that his build is what I would want, but I'd be getting a smoking deal, and he'd be getting robbed. You don't need to build a pro-level bike if you're just getting into it, or if you're getting back into it. You don't. You build your bike up as you break your bike. Did we all forget this? That's the reason why we upgraded our shit before. It was to overcome the obstacles of fucking broken parts. And it's just stupid. Like, the majority of people that are out there building bikes, they're building bikes way beyond their riding stat. So basically, when it comes down to it, they show up to the park, and you can see these people from 1,000,000 miles away. Okay, 1,000,000 millimeters away, and you're like, oh wow, man, that guy's whole bike is jet fuel. He got the spokes, he's got the rims, he's got the headset, he's got the fucking wizard frame. He's even got the signature seat. And he's got the purple and gold grips. Banging bike. Well, not to me, but to other people. Oh man, that thing's fly. And then, he's no better than the guy that's riding around on a scooter doing laps around the fucking thing like he's in his own driveway. And a lot of people on those fucking Facebook pages for BMX and everything will say, bro, my jet fuel bike, I full send that shit. Yeah. I'm sorry, but a Fufanu into a bar spin is not full send. You're doing 2 miles an hour. Full send requires 10 to 15 miles an hour on the low end. We used to ride in the fucking 8-foot quarters at like 22 miles an hour and just fucking launch. Because back then, we had fucking boxes on the top of these fucking things that you had to fucking fly up to. And you had to get at least a couple feet above the damn box to land back down double peg to actually pull yourself back up onto the box. Or do a peg trick and then jump back down in. Or we were doing really kick-ass transitions because they actually had parks designed for bikes back then. You can't do full sends in modern-day parks because they're too damn tight. And I get it. That's the reason why these kids ride all slow and shit. Like, you gotta ride slow to learn. Like, no, you don't. Fucking pad up and fucking just go to fucking goddamn Rape Town, man. Fucking ride that shit. You ain't gonna learn how to ride fast unless you're not riding fast. Did I say that right? I think I did. I don't know. You get the drift. Fucking send it. If you're not sending it, you're not learning it. You'll never basically get to the point of understanding what the bike's gonna do at a certain velocity. It's just stupid. Like, I go to the skate park every single day. Yeah, and I bet you progress every single day, don't you? Well, yeah, I do. We're like, 3 years ago, I couldn't do a double bar spin. Now I can. I don't give a fuck if they're triple bar spins. All you need is speed. You go over the fly box, you can do anything the fuck you want. But nobody wants to look at this because of the fact that basically nobody rides faster than 15 miles an hour on a goddamn skate park anymore. Because they're scared of what the skaters are going to say. Like, what the fuck happened? You know, back in 98, 2000, 2004, when bikes rolled up to the skate park, the skaters fucking basically, like, you know, gave us our space. You know why? Because they knew. They knew that if we biffed, we'd get hurt. And if they got in the fucking way, they were going to get hurt too. Then bikes got lighter. That's the reason why this is all happening. That's the reason why fucking skate parks aren't designed for bikes anymore. Because you pussy ass bitches with these like fucking 25-pound bikes have destroyed it for the rest of us. Bring back the heavy bikes. Because, I mean, I do have an appreciation for the tail whip into the scooter boys. But if you watch those videos, they get thunked over. Back in my day, not to sound like an old guy, but I am an old guy. If you tail whipped somebody by accident, because back then, we didn't purposely tail whip people. Not like these douchebags on fucking Facebook that, you know, like, even though I completely agree with them because fuck them scooters. If I took my bike and tail whipped some douchebag kid on a scooter back in fucking 2000, like, he'd have been fucking flung across the goddamn park because at that time I was riding a 45-pound bike. Not a 25-pound bike. Like, if you tail whip somebody right now, it's like basically kicking them really lightly in their ass. Like, literally with your foot. There is no weight behind it. I mean, I'm not saying, like, you know, with, like, karate fucking backgrounds and shit like that, and you go in there with, like, you know, a 5-year-old fucking roundhouse and fucking just break the kid's fucking ass cheek wide open. I'm saying, like, basically, like, you know, you intermediately kick them in the ass with your fucking foot. There's no velocity, there's no fucking weight behind it. They're gonna go, boom, you know, instead of, woo! But I personally believe that a lot of us are coming back, and I personally believe the majority of us are on the bandwagon on the side right now, looking for our way to get back in. And when we all do come back in, things are going to change. And hopefully, a lot of us older guys that actually have finances now, we all get together and start building skate parks again. And then the insurance companies are going to be like, well, the rates are going to be incredible. And then we're going to be like, it's all right. We all got money, and we don't like kids. Well, some old guys don't like kids. I don't like kids. They're noisy as fuck, and they, you know, get in your fucking way. And then they basically all commode together with their high-pitched voices and shit. Talk about fucking cartoons and shit. And Pokemon and whatever. Yeah, that makes you sound so fucking old. But anyways, yeah. Old guy skate parks. Yeah, like I said, $50 to $100 to get in. What? Do you think soccer mommy's gonna allow their fucking kid to show up at the goddamn skate park for fucking $50 to $100 to fucking ride around in circles? If I owned the skate park, I'd allow it because of the fact that basically at the end of the day, they paid $100 fucking to go ride around in circles like they're in a goddamn fucking, you know, a driveway. It's gonna pay for my overhead for the goddamn insurance. But yeah, hopefully things will change. Big parks will come back out. There's too many of them closing down right now. A lot of the old timers are coming back in and they're getting into frame designs and stuff like that. There's a lot of frame guys that are like actually getting into the hobby, actually making frames right now. American made frames. They're not really well known. I can't say Lost Co is one of them because of the fact that basically, like, he's actually a halfway decent name, and he's actually kind of big for who he is. But I'm talking about like Joe Blow, fucking, getting out of this fucking 40-hour-a-week job and going, you know what? I want to get back into riding, but these bikes suck. I got to build my own. There's a lot of guys like that. They're coming in with, their CNC backgrounds, building parts and stuff like that. So theoretically, in the next 5 years, there's going to be a lot of new park manufacturers that are American made. That's not me just saying that as like some, fucking, right-wing motherfucker that's like, yeah, that's what we need is American-made shit. No, man, these guys are doing it for a hobby. But there will be skate parks that are going to be opening up. I guarantee it, and you can hold me to that, in the next 5 years, 100% will exceed at least 6 to maybe 10 new parks in America. And not like little dinky, rinky, dinky ass fucking shitty parks. We're talking fucking good parks with a minimum of a 10 by 40 fucking half pipe. Because it's only dead to you guys. It's not dead to us old guys. The thought's still there. Why else would I fucking want to go driving down to San Diego when fucking the YMCA opens up to the public again so I can actually get back on that fucking Olympic size? It ain't dead. They're still there. There's just no video of it. Yeah, plug that in your fucking search engine. Like, there's competition video of fucking half pipes. There's mini ramp fucking video. There's, fucking mild skate park video. There's no bike skate park videos, and there's no goddamn fucking half pipes anymore. And that shit's got to change. Unless you're in Australia. Australia's still got it in check. Like, their skate parks are fucking whoop. Like, I never understood the fact that the Vans comp over there is so fucking huge. Dude, that bowl, oh my god. Like, every part of that bowl is like 8 fucking feet minimum. Like, it's a fucking bowl. That is a nasty motherfucker. But anyways, that's me rambling on for the day. I'll post this video. And hopefully when us old guys all get together again, shit's gonna change. We need heavy bikes again. You young guys need to learn how to ride heavy again. You young guys need to learn how to run fucking brake. Stop using the acclamation of, yo, man, brakeless is badass. Shut the fuck up. You ain't even fucking sending it. You know what the nicest thing about fucking brakes is? You got all the way up to the last second to say, nah, I ain't doing it. What can you do with no brakes? Go 50% into it. Maybe you're going to make it. But you're committed. That's not badass. It's fucking crazy. Like, that's the reason why skate parks hate bikes right now, is because of the fact that you guys that aren't running brakes fucking running into people. How the fuck are you supposed to stop at the last second? What? Jam your foot in the rear tire? Just gonna skid to him now. Still gonna hit him at 50% of the fucking pressure. Rear brakes are cool. Front brakes are cooler. Because I don't know if any of you guys ride motorcycles, but what's the most important brake of the fucking goddamn motorcycle? Front. What's going to make you stop the fastest? Front. With a combination of the rear so it doesn't fucking like, all front so you don't over the fucking, because on a motorcycle, you don't want to fucking endo. That's just horrible. That's how you crack the frame. But once you young guys actually understand how fucking brakes work again, the insurance rates will actually drop back down. It's your fucking fault. Mr. Badasses with no brakes. I mean, back in the 2000s when it first came out, that was fucking badass because we had guys that were riding brakes all their fucking life, and then suddenly they got to the point where in their riding career, they didn't need brakes anymore because they weren't going to stop. We're talking pedaling all the way up to the goddamn thing that they're about to do. Not like 3 pedals in and fucking coasting. It ain't badass anymore. You guys are a bunch of pussies. You don't have brakes on your bike because you want to go slow. That doesn't make any sense, right? Think about it. Go back to even 95, all the way up into about 2002. And watch any of those competitions. Street course, park course. Those competitions. And actually watch how hard those guys send it with front brakes. And then literally go from 2000 to now. Or 2002 to now. And actually watch how everybody slows down. I watched competitions from, I think it was 2018 was the last full comp I actually watched. They were going half our speed. Their transitions were there and everything. And, like, they do a lot of pump stuff, but they don't do a lot of pedaling. And the new method of madness in bowls is as soon as you start pedaling, that's when the other guy can hook in. Ass backwards. It's totally ass backwards. Put them brakes back on your bike. Ain't nothing wrong with doing nose tricks and shit. Actually looks cool.